Most speech coaches will tell you that you definitely need a speech coach. But let's be frank, they really just want your business and of course your money. Before you ever say yes to a speech coach or before you even reach out to a speech coach, make sure you ask yourself these key questions. These resources will save you time and money because let's be frank, coaching ain't cheap. Question number 1, do I have my priorities straight? For what reason do you need speech coaching? Is it a short-term goal or is it a long-term goal? You should be thinking about long-term goals. I've been approached multiple times for speech coaching, and it's usually because people want to win the World Championship of Public Speaking or win a speech contest. But if that is indeed your goal, then honestly, you don't need speech coaching, at least not from me. The people who get the most out of a speech coaching service are the people who want to grow as speakers and communicators, not people who want to win trophies. Now, that's not to say that you can't use what you learn from coaching to get those trophies, but the priority first needs to be on growth. Don't pin all of your success on a certain scenario or a trophy. You're likely going to be setting yourself up for failure because in many of these occasions, you actually don't control the outcome as much as you think. But something that you can control is your own growth and development. Next question, do I have a plan? You are going to waste precious time and money by allowing a speech coach to make a plan for you. You should already know what you need to work on from the start. You should already know what your weaknesses are. You should already know what you need to work on. You should already know where you want to develop. Also, if you have a plan, you have a built-in success criteria that you can use for your coach. Your coach will thank you for it, and you will thank yourself for it down the line. Next question, are you already putting in the work? If you are not already a dedicated student to the art of public speaking, then I'm sorry to tell you, but speech coaching is going to be a waste of time and money for you. You cannot teach dedication. There's only one person who can teach you how to be dedicated, and that would be you. Are you already spending the time giving speeches? Are you already spending the time writing your scripts? Are you already spending time editing your scripts? This is the work that you need to put in to make sure that you're going to get the most value. If you're looking for a speech coach to make you dedicated, then it's not going to work. Let's use a sports analogy. Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson as his coach, but Phil Jackson didn't teach Michael Jordan to be dedicated. That was already built into Michael Jordan from the start. Next question, what is your timetable? Do you have an urgent need for speech coaching? Let's say that you're working on a business pitch, or let's say that you're working on a presentation that's really important and time is of the essence. If this is the case, then you may not have time to do all of the research and all of the practicing that you would normally do if you didn't have a speech coach. One of the benefits of having a speech coach is that you can expedite your growth because essentially they are taking their experience and adding it to your experience. They can also tell you about their previous mistakes that you don't have to make now. But if you don't have an urgent need, if you don't have an important presentation coming up, if you don't have a business pitch that you're about to make, then you may not need a speech coach. You can utilize the best resource that you have at your disposal, your own time. You can use that time to keep reading up on public speaking, to keep practicing public speaking, and to keep speaking in front of different audiences. Now, admittedly, this may take a longer time, but it's also going to save you money. Next question, do I just need an accountability partner? Do you have a plan, but you just need someone to hold you accountable? Or do you just need someone to bounce ideas off of? Or do you just need advice from some people? You don't need to pay someone to hold you accountable. If you have a friend or a mentor that can help you, that's going to work just as well. And I'm speaking from experience. In 2019, I had an accountability partner throughout the entire season. My friend, Daniel Midson Short. We both decided to compete in 2019 and we held each other accountable throughout the entire contest season. And guess what? We both made it to the World Championship of Public Speaking. That camaraderie and accountability helped us motivate one another to make it to the highest level. And guess how much money I paid for that? Zero. The next question you need to ask yourself is, have I exhausted all available free resources? I don't know about you, but I think free is the most beautiful word in the world. Some free resources that come to mind are YouTube, Coursera. If you are employed by a large company, maybe they have trainings that you can take. Use all of the options that you possibly can. And even if you did exhaust all free resources, there are still cheaper alternatives to speech coaching, such as books and Toastmasters and other organizations. You don't need to necessarily pay the amount of money that you would need for a speech coach, which leads us to the last question you need to ask. Do I have the money for a speech coach? As I said before, speech coaching ain't cheap. Grammatically incorrect for emphasis. If you are a follower of any of my content, then you probably already know that I despise overpriced public speaking products. However, coaching is not a product, it is a service, and it's a service that I believe is adequately priced. So in a way, you have to think about speech coaching as an investment. Not just an investment on your part, but an investment on the coach's part. And the reason for it is time. You're asking a coach to take their time and dedicate it solely to you. Coaching packages, quality coaching packages, start at hundreds of dollars per hour. So I'm telling you that you need to treat it like the investment that it is. Make a wise decision if you need a speech coach or not by asking yourself those key questions. And hopefully you can save yourself some money and or some time.